Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ringer 57 YouTube channel. Y'all probably been craving some racing video. Well, today it's not me. My shock is currently out at Penske getting rebuilt. Had a line fail, probably my fault, probably a little too hard on it. Gonna have them go through it, freshen it up, get it back. So we're running a stock shock on Dragonfly. So the only real option is my jockey, Amos. He's gonna be riding today. He's up here staged up in the lanes. Oops, and he just got blocked. So he's all staged up on Dragonfly, getting ready to go out here and make a lick. Let's see how he does. Versus 57 Motorsports boy. See what happens here. With the win. We got a rematch, ladies and gentlemen. We got a rematch. Alright guys, so we are home. We've actually been home for quite a while. I almost forgot to do an outro. So, we made some passes tonight. So, last weekend was the first weekend I put Amos on the bike, and he started out in the 7s. We're just going to tell times on that. And he got used to it. He spun a lot, had to get a handle for this clutch, because this bike has a very, very heavy clutch on it. It's a nitrous setup, and he's trying to run it on motor, so the clutch is a little bit mean. In any case, he had to get a feel for it. We got him down into the 6s last weekend. That was the goal. This weekend's goal was to get him to where the bike should be able to run at least once. And I'm happy to say one of those passes did run right where the bike should run. So he got one fluke hit of good, everything worked. There was actually probably more potential in it. But he wasn't consistent yet. So our next goal, and we actually made strides towards it tonight, was consistency. We want him to run the same times, be able to leave the same every time. And once we got to that, which we got to the point where he can leave nice and easy every time, get down the track real fast, it's good. He hits the shifts on the dot every time. That's really tricky because it's a hand clutch foot shift bike. We got him hitting the shifts every time. We got him leaving at the right RPM every time. And we got him feeling that clutch out. So now we're slowly working on getting him locked sooner, getting the clutch out a little quicker, but using that throttle to keep it sliding. This is all stuff that you just got to work at. So he has a total of like 8 passes on the bike. 8? No, he might have like 10 on this bike. And he hasn't ridden in like 6 months at the track. And even when he did, he was riding on a bike that, as a team, we were still working. Well, the owner was working at that time. We hadn't congealed ourselves into a team. Was still working on getting the bugs worked out of. He hadn't had his clutch set up fully yet. He was still learning the setup, trying to tweak it and work it. So Amos really not didn't get a lot of good chances to work on a consistent bike, something that's been dialed in. So, anyway, we got home, and I posted up a video of, you'll have seen it on my Facebook. It was in this video. It's the clip, Stedman Motorsports Boy versus 57 Motorsports Boy. And we won that race, because, well, he doesn't know how to use his clutch. So he came back around, and I will add that clip, but it's in there. You probably already saw it. The rematch. So he come back around, and we lined up. We weren't running a race, but, you know, every time you line up, you're going to try and beat him. Amos left on a 400 light, which is terrible for racing, but good for him, and he's getting quicker. Getting the light on this bike is tricky. He's got to learn the rollout. This bike has a decent bit of rollout. I think it's like a 342 is what I have dialed in my frickin' practice tree to get my rollout where I can react on this bike with a 00, 008, 007. Occasionally negative 003, 005, which sucks, but I can usually hit at least a 02 to 03 light. We got to get him to that. I got to get him used to that rollout, and that's what that training tree is going to do when I get it to him. In any case, we lined back up, and he was up there heating up his bottle. He put it on the nitrous. Okay, that's fine, because you guys didn't get to see this in the video, but we have a slight issue with nitrous right now. It's on. See it? It's leaking everywhere. Oh God, it's going to freeze my fingers. Liquid nitrous hurts. In any case, you can see my gauge is filling up with liquid nitrous. So, definitely a problem. Couldn't spray tonight. To boot, I ain't got the right shock on this bike. My shock's at Penske. It'll be back real shortly. Anyway, he took off out of control, bucking, frickin' smacking limiter on nitrous, missing shifts, can't clutch for the life of him, and he beat us. God, I hope so. If a Gen 2 on an 80 to 100 shot can't hit a frickin' stock motor Gen 1, there's something very wrong there, boy. In any case, the funny part is if he had run consistent, he would have beat him anyway. I could have beat him. But anyway, that gentleman, Austin, has blown me up on Facebook because I shared that clip and said that instead of posting or commenting on my video first, he posted up the slow video. Yeah, I had a slow video. My jockey's learning. So he says, is this the fastest true hand clutch foot shift bike you're bragging about? Why, yes. It is the fastest hand clutch true foot shift bike in the South. And I made a call out about a week ago saying, prove me wrong. So he said, I'm going to prove you wrong for 500. I don't hesitate. I said, where do you want to lock? Where do you want to lock? Where do you want to run? I can put a shock on right now. I got a bike you can kind of see sticking out over there. That's the Wraith. The Wraith and I share a lot of common parts. Shocks, for instance. Wheels, for instance. Tire packages, he runs a Dragmax, but I can run his Dragmax. So if he wanted to lock in and run, say, tomorrow at Beach Bend, if they're practice, they usually do Sunday racing, I can load up, take that nitrous gauge off. I got another one. I ain't scared. You see, the great thing about being a shop and building bikes, you tend to keep spares of everything. So I can fix my nitrous in about 5 minutes. I can put a shock on it in about 15. And be in the trailer in another 15. And be in Beach Bend in about 5 hours. So I asked him if he wanted to lock in, went through stipulations. Stipulations are as follows. True hand clutch, no air shifters permitted. All power adders are permitted. Heads up race. Him on that orange Gen 2 that was cited in the video, and I made sure to specifically state him on his orange Gen 2 versus my fat 249.8 pounds on Dragonfly. So we're locked in, and that'll be a video for a future date, but I'm still waiting for him to tell me where he wants lock-in sent. I told him where I'd like to send it. I got an individual who usually holds lock-in. If he doesn't want to use that individual, it's 100 on 500, so it's not shit. I'll send it to anyone. That's chump change to play with, to be honest. I mean, this bike in front of me that I can't show you right now, decent bit of money in that. See this bike over here? $34,000 in that bike. You see this bike over here? You couldn't pay someone to build that bike for less than $38,000. Chump change, boy. Let's line up. Have a beautiful day, guys. Thanks for watching the Ringer 57 YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Hopefully, we'll have more racing content coming to this channel because guess who's coming back? Next weekend. It's race time, baby!